What's up, Tribal Acre Fam? Welcome to another episode of Farming Land with Brand right here on Tribal Acres. So on today's episode, it is part 3 of my favorite animals here on the farm. So you may say, man, what's your next favorite animal, Brandon? So this is another twofer. That's 2 for 1. And it would be actually our first animals that we got after Pua. Of course, she would be on this list if she was still here with us. Unfortunately, she's not. But what will be your next one, Brandon? So like I said, it's a twofer. And it just so happens to be our emus. Yes, it happens to be our emus. This is Jelly Bean actually right here. Let's see if she's she might not be being, too friendly right now, Sometimes they're all about that loving, the good old loving. Sometimes they're not. So usually almost every day they'll let me pet them. But I guess they're not today. The bigger they get, they're a little bit more standoffish, I guess you could say, during the day, or like when you're in here in the pen with them. But like I said, they are still super sweet. You get to rub their necks all the time, which they normally let me do, but today they're just being jerks to me, I guess. I don't understand. As you can see, guys, it's really wet, just from the rain, all of it. But anyways, yeah, so I went and picked these two up. One of them not originally, but I went and picked them up from Okeechobee, from a lady who raises emus. And Jelly Bean, which is this one right here walking away from me, the moment I picked her up, she pooped on me all the way down my leg. So I had to drive 2 hours back home with emu cock on me. So that was fun. I loved them from the start. We raised them inside of our Ford room for quite a while. And then after that, they moved out into a smaller pen, which you can see in earlier videos. And then they went into the main farm over here for a long time till they grown out till they were like 6 months old. And then after a while, we ended up moving them out into this area where they got their own space, which is pretty large. So this is where they are now. And Gumball was, of course, like my best friend. I could love on him all the time, and he wouldn't go nowhere without me. When we were building all this stuff and everything for him, he would always be right next to me, and he would never leave. Now there is a Gumball in here today. That is not the original Gumball. When they were about, I would say 4 or 5 months old, and probably around 3.5, 4 foot tall, we had just gotten 2 of our livestock guardian dogs, and one of them actually, they actually both ended up killing them, and I witnessed it right when it was too late. And I jumped in there as soon as I could, but he had already been pretty torn up, and they were still being trained. So that was a really, really tough loss. Especially being one of our first farm animals, it was a tough day. But because they have to have being a pair, and they get lonely without somebody, we ended up contacting that lady, and she had one from the same age group that was a male. And so we ended up getting him. And he's not the original Gumball. The original Gumball would peck anything, would peck you everywhere. But he loved to have his neck rubbed. And these guys do too, but they're nowhere near as good as him. But well, the new Gumball is not that Gumball, but he still loves, and he still lets you rub his neck. And he's still just a good boy and a good pet. They both are. We don't raise our emus for meat. Our plan with him was always to do egg production. So sell their eggs or sell them once they're born, and that's kind of what we've done. Is we do sell emus when we have them, but these two they do not go. So these, like I said, are two of my favorite animals at Patufer right here today. So they are just great. They're a hardy animal. They're tough as nails. Some fun facts about emus is that they can run up to, how you gonna let me pet you? Run up to 30 miles an hour, and they grow up to 6 foot tall. Right now he's probably around my head level if he stood straight up. But yeah, there you go, buddy. They grow up to 7 foot tall. So if they stand straight up when they get like scared or kind of hyped up, they will kind of like rise up and then kind of take off running. But as you can see, they are super sweet. Once you can get, you know, them to calm down. Like I said, they love to peck. They'll eat the feed anywhere out of your hand. We've trained them to eat out of your hand. But they're not dangerous by any means if you take care of them right and you raise them right. They are sweet animals. But like I said, these are two of my favorites for sure. But they're fast. He's actually gotten out twice. The first time we had to catch him, and I caught him right before he got into the woods. And then we had to carry his big self back in here. And that was not easy by any means. But anyways, guys, just wanted to share you guys with the emus today. On part 3 of my favorite animals here on the farm. Jelly Bean's down there. But he is the sweetest. If I ever had to get another boy that was replace the original Gumball, he was the one that was, you know, for the job, because Jelly Bean's always been a little bit more skittish. But she's much better than she used to be. But he has definitely been good in ways of being able to love him. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Gumball, say bye, buddy. Say bye, buddy. Huh? Anyways, guys, I hope you liked this video. I think I have one more part of my favorite animals that I'm gonna do here on the channel. Okay, guys? So, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for joining me on another episode of Farm and Land with Brand. Like, hit the button, subscribe, comment below, guys. If you have emus, I'd love to hear you comment as well. But look at this, man. When they're in a really good mood, and well, when they're not ever mean, but when they want to pet it, they'll stay away. But you can put their head right against your chest, and they love it. So I'll see you guys next time right here on Farm and Land with Brand.